I was gonna keep it straight moving, right? Because I thought I just spent like an hour doing that little X-Men thing, and so I was gonna move on from the comic films. But there's one other video I did want to react to, so I think I'm gonna do it anyway. This idiot here, right? Jesse Grant. I did a reaction to this guy last time. He's obsessed with how Marvel is so woke. He did this whole thing showing all just women characters, and I had to pull it up and go, mate, low key, yeah. What was the other recent one? That was talking about Hawkeye, or like all these recent TV shows that have been great. Male-led, white male-led, what are you talking about, mate? And then I was like, Deadpool and Wolverine, the only film they're pushing this year. And I just realised that he's even going at that. Why Deadpool is effing stupid. And all I can see is the women characters in the thumbnail GIF again. So I just have to give this a go to see where I go on with it. Because this guy, like, honestly, he's got 62,000 subscribers, all incels, all like idiot anti-woke incels. But yeah, it's crazy, man.
At this point, they've recently shown a glimmer of hope with...
Let's just see. I think that's a bit loud. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? I'm just turning that down a little. I felt it was a bit loud on the other one, but I didn't want to do it mid-video. Alright.
The release of the new So while things have looked beyond grim for Disney, Marvel, Star Wars, and basically anything that Disney own at this point, they've recently shown a glimmer of hope with the release of the new Deadpool and Wolverine trailer.
I'm the Messiah.
And that trailer has been absolutely praised by millions all across the globe, but luckily I'm here to take a massive dump on this pathetic parade with one simple sentence: Disney are still shit. Because even though...
Oh, I thought he was gonna say woke, man. You're letting me down, bro. At least, I mean, go with the buzzword, man. Saying that, saying this shit is too easy, man. You know what I'm saying?
Though the recent Deadpool trailer looks amazing, we're still getting reports like this one detailing how Disney's president of streaming has chosen to leave the company due to Bob Iger refusing to change how Disney do things. And it's not just one streaming executive, it's multiple executives.
So straight away, yeah, he's not even talking about Deadpool and Wolverine or anything wrong with the film. He probably will. Let's give him time. But straight away, he's just gone somewhere else. He just has to force his narrative. I have to force this anti-narrative against Disney. Oh my God, Disney is oppressing me. Disney is a huge conglomerate company, mate. You know what I'm saying? Like, them being woke is even laughable. Just, it's actually crazy. Like, Disney actually have a history of racism. They support Israel. Like, what are you even talking about, bro? Yeah, you're having a laugh.
Executives from Disney that are leaving the company, and we're also getting other updates on other shows being run by Disney like Doctor Who, which look absolutely terrible as well. So no, one good movie trailer does not fix any of that, because while yes, I agree the trailer looked freaking awesome, and I'm sure the movie will be great as well, however you can't just release nothing but absolute shit.
Ryan Gerber said I'm buzzing for Deadpool. Me too, man. I can't wait. I cannot wait to. I haven't been cinema in a while. I can't wait to go in the cinema and watch that. And the other thing I'm excited about is the new Planet of the Apes. I've been watching the old ones the last few days because them films. I don't know. They're some of my favorite films, man. I love them. But that's coming out around my birthday as well. There's always a Marvel film. It was always every year a Marvel film that drops around my birthday, like a week into May, and this year there isn't because they've slowed up their schedule, right? But they've put the Planet of the Apes film in there instead because Disney now owns that. And right, let's just look at this thing. So yeah, this is his list of shit that Marvel's dropped, right? But he loves focusing on how woke it is. That's the thing. Like, say it's shit, cool. We can talk about it being shit. But let's take the wokeness out of the conversation. Because here we got Doctor Strange, yeah, male-led, psycho woman villain. You know what I'm saying? The psychotic women are all crazy narrative, yeah. I thought it was a really good film, if I'm honest. I thought it was a great film, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Very underrated. Moon Knight, male-led again. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I didn't realise, but I just discovered in the last video that, what's his name? Something DeMeo, the writer of X-Men 97 also wrote that. Thor: Love and Thunder, bit of a brick. You know what I'm saying? Went too silly, went too Disney. That's, you know, I can admit that. I can agree with that. Although I didn't hate it. It was a fun film, but they're not great. Black Panther, not great. Not a great film. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Obviously, the original Black Panther is incredible. But yeah, that wasn't a great film. Felt like a TV movie. Felt like a long episode of one of their TV shows. She-Hulk, amazing. I don't care. I'm not going to go on about it and wind people up, but amazing. One of the best things they've ever written. Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special was great. Secret Invasion was decent. Again, male lead. Yeah, I know there was a female lead in that as well, but it still was mainly Samuel Jackson, right? And this video isn't old. Why has he not included the main Guardians of the Galaxy film, which was incredible? I think that's probably top 5 Marvel film there's ever been. Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which the lead was a raccoon. Is that too much diversity for you to have a raccoon animal lead? Is too much diversity? It wasn't a woman animal, female animal. There's nonsense comments going on. I can't bother to read them out about comics and wokeism and whatever. Yeah. Nonsense. Comics have always been woke. They've been woke since the beginning. Marvel was a woke company. Marvel, Stan Lee believed in equality, diversity. He was very, very early on the woke train. Ryan Abrams agreed Doctor Strange was great. I might watch that. I'll watch that later, man. I know, but I'm still doing my Planet of the Apes. But yeah, I need to watch it again. I think I've watched it twice. I watched it in the cinema and then I watched it when it came on Disney
for 3 years and then have all of that forgiven with one good movie. Actually, scratch that, have all of that forgiven for a good trailer. Because that's literally all we have.
He's just trying to rubbish. Like I said, he missed out stuff that was great. He missed out stuff in the list, and some of that stuff was great. But yeah, they've been focusing on TV stuff. They've had misses though. They've had misses, but they've been focused on the TV stuff. TV stuff isn't going to be the same quality.
Right now, we've seen 2 good trailers for Deadpool, and while yes, I'm sure the movie will back it up and the movie will be great, it still wouldn't be a massive shock if the movie didn't turn out to be as good as the trailer made it out to be, because it wouldn't be the first time.
Oh yeah, he didn't include Loki in there, did he? This guy's so... Bruv, this guy is so dishonest. Like... He literally left out the most recent drops. This was made recently. Let me just see. This dropped the other day. 5 days ago. You didn't make this video months ago. Yeah, you made this video based on the trailer that dropped the other day. Yeah, you're having a laugh, bro. You're having an absolute laugh. You're missing out Loki, the actual series that is actually critically acclaimed and everyone loves. Yeah. That is the lead into this film. I only just remembered it because I saw the clip of the TVA in the Deadpool Wolverine trailer. So why would you lie and say, oh, they made all these shit shows and just leave out the great ones? What a weirdo.
Time that Disney have released a great trailer and then backed it up with a terrible film.
Okay.
I no longer go by the name Astrid. I'm now known...
So
there's a comment. I was gonna say that, yeah. Gillian O'Regan said, "Read my comments, you softie." I thought, what? And then Ryan Gerbrand said, "That's your first comment, Gillian. Chill." And then he said, "SJW, real bad man." Yeah, real bad man here. What you gotta tell me, bro? I'll decide if I read your comment when I see it. Yeah. You don't tell me what to do around here. But anyway, thanks for tuning in.
Yes, this is definitely a good start in their repairing process, but there's absolutely no way that this completely fixes it. And so I know there'll be a lot of people out there that say, hey, can't you just be positive for once? You got to see a good trailer come out from the MCU, and to that I say yes, I will be 100% positive if the movie is amazing, and in my review of that film, I won't mention anything negative. However, why I wanted to make this video today is to remind people to not let up on Disney Marvel, because the reason that Deadpool 3 is going to be such a good movie is definitely in part due to what the fans have been saying, because it's...
Okay, there's a point in that, but not to do the anti-woke thing. There's a point in it, in the what the fans have been saying. Oh, you're going too soft. You're not making. They've always wanted them to make films that are more mature in tone. So yeah, there's comic fans like woke people who agree, who are pushing for that. Yeah, not you right wing lot. It's not what you right wing lot have been saying. Yeah, simple as that, man. SJW real bad man said go back and read it. Maybe this person has commented on the actual video and then not realized that I don't see comments on the video. I see them in the chat. Let me have a look, see if there's a comment on the actual video being left. Nah, not in there. I don't know. It's a person who doesn't know how to use the internet. It seems, man. But anyway, I don't care about these stupid people. Gillian has spotted your racism. Terrible sense from his claim. You have to address it. Shut up, man. Yeah, idiot. My racism, yeah, is me being a white man who benefits from white privilege. Yes, I'm aware of it more than you guys. I'm open to discuss it. You can't use it against me as a weapon. Yeah, you can't, because I'm not like you. I'm not fragile. I don't have white fragility. I can talk about it. If non-white people come to talk to me about something that I've done that is racist or problematic, I will listen. So that don't work for me, bro. Yeah. And then they said, what do you think of his tattoo? Which I love that. I love this tattoo that triggers them so much. Do you know why I got this tattoo, Terrible Censoring? I got this for the Black Panther movie. Yeah, since we're on the Marvel thing, yeah. For the Black Panther movie, I decided to get a tattoo so that I would, everyone was wearing like African clothes and stuff to the cinema. So I decided I'll go a step further and I'll get this tattoo to go to the movie. Yeah, and I'm proud. How about that? Yeah? Ryko Brands, obviously that's not true, by the way. Yeah, one day I'll explain the tattoo. But it's not a Black Power tattoo, but yeah, I'm fine with you thinking that. Ryko Brands has said, Love and Thunder was good too. Moon Knight was decent. Yeah, I mean, I only watched Love and Thunder at the time. Like I said, I thought it was fun, but I did think it was a bit of a dip. And they have said, like, to my man's credit, they have said the next 4 film is going to go into a more serious tone, which I want. I want to see that. I think they made 4 a bit too silly. They leaned into that from Endgame onwards a bit too much. And it's because Ragnarok brought in the humor, and Ragnarok was so good. Like, one of the best MCU films there's ever been. Yeah, so they leaned more into the humor, but they went too far. Ragnarok got the tone perfectly. Love and Thunder, it's like they had all this silliness, and then the villain, the tone was dark, the tone was amazing. So it's like had these two sides that was kind of like not really gelling together, in my opinion. Moon Knight, I didn't finish Moon Knight, It's the only one I ain't finished, and I was enjoying it. So I was like, but I must have not been enjoying it that much because I didn't carry it on. Like, I will do it at some point. But I think maybe because it's a character I have no knowledge of, never read the comics, never seen them pop up much. So yeah, what's this guy saying? Is if you want them Black Power tattoo, blah blah blah, and then proving Israel. I don't know what he's trying to say. Rygo Brander said we aren't on benefits. I don't know. Is he claimed we're on benefits? I don't know what that's. He just said he got benefits. Oh, so he says, yes, I get benefits from being white. Yeah, I'm not on benefits, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to gas these things. Do you think I can buy this? Do you think I bought this with fucking benefit money? Clown. You know what I'm saying? Get the hell out of here, man. And then there's someone else got both the tattoos as well, yeah? And he just said, under that tattoo is another tattoo symbolizing Black Power, the Black Afro Goddess. Look. Yeah, let's get this one out there. I can't even get in the camera well. It's a funny angle. This tattoo, yeah. There you go. This tattoo. It's not a woman for a start, yeah. I mean, it could be. I think it's a man. No, it's the man because he's got a goatee. You know what I'm saying? It's actually a microphone, yeah. It is an afro, but it's actually a microphone. It's a radio station that I was a part of growing up. It's the logo of a radio station. Yeah, simple as that. And then, wow, there's a lot of these. Maybe Sunday's the day I got to be here because look, people are popping up. The right wingers are coming. I've always wanted these guys to be here in the chat, right? And someone called Ted Hop said, why don't you address you referring to one of the most marginalized groups, drug addicts, as crackheads? That's hate speech and prejudice. I think I know who that is. I would not call them a marginalised group like that, but you may have a point. You may have a point. Yeah, you may have a point. And that's just a cultural thing. Like I said, I'm someone who can take on me being pulled up. Like, I'm open to that. You're probably right. You probably shouldn't be just calling them crackers like that and dismissing their life experience and all they're going through, because that is a social justice issue. It is to do with poverty. It is to do with white supremacy. It's to do with it's to do with austerity. Yeah, I'm gonna accept that. Cool. And then Ryan Gerber said Werewolf by Night. That's the other thing I've never watched. I've never watched Werewolf by Night, and I know there's 2 versions of it now, right? A black and white one and anyway. Let me get back to this guy, man. I'm enjoying the interaction, but it's making these reactions very long, but it's cool. And sometimes when I edit these to go online, I'll chop some of these bits out, but I think I'll probably leave most of it in because it's been pretty good.
Safe to say that Marvel have gotten completely desperate, and they know they have to do something drastic in order to save the biggest franchise in movie history, because fans are no longer supporting just anything that Marvel put out. Fans are being more vocal, fans are actually expressing what they want to see, and they're refusing to support any MCU movie that is completely lazy or follows any sort of marketing gimmick or is just downright shit. Fans aren't supporting those movies anymore. Fans are now demanding higher quality films coming from Disney and coming from Marvel, and fair enough, that's a great thing. And so we have to keep that up, and we can't just go back to supporting Marvel wholeheartedly with just one good release, because all that will result in is Disney Marvel going back to what they've been doing these last few years, because now they'll just think to themselves, hey, it doesn't matter how many bad movies we put out, as long as every now and then there's a good film, people will just jump right back on board and support the franchise. And we can't allow that to happen because the MCU is such an amazing movie franchise. It was so good for so long.
Yo, Rag Grabrans, why are you laughing at Itch FM, bro? Why are you laughing at Itch FM and my Itch FM tattoo, bro? Huh? I'll show it better like that. Yeah? I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna get. It annoys me that I've got only not enough ink on my arm, just these little bits that I've got at random times. But I'm gonna start filling it all out soon. Anyway, I decided I'm gonna get like a Kalashnikov, yeah, an AK-47 gun like behind his fist, because that represents revolution as well, and a couple other things. I'm gonna get stuff around it, but oh my god, Terrible Censoring just made a really racist comment saying, why are all my dealers black? What a scumbag. So he just literally went all the way racist in the comments. And there's a few of them are talking nonsense about TE. I don't know if that's Ted Hops. It says Ted Hops from it, and that says TE. It's the same colour, says respect. I'm thinking, due to me acknowledging that it's prejudice to use the term crackheads. Yeah, if that's true, yeah, I do agree with you. Gillian O'Regan is saying, talk to me, man. Something about let them come on the live and talk to me. This isn't for me to argue with random people on the internet. Yeah, that's something you guys need to check with your egos, right? Terrible Censoring just said crack was white supremacy. Of course crack is white supremacy. Are you crazy? Crack is one of the most white supremacist actions that have ever happened in the history of the world. Are you crazy? Yeah, the crack epidemic was literally controlled by the CIA, huge white-run organizations, and pumped into the black community. Like, really go and educate yourself. Really seriously go and educate yourself. But yeah, there's a couple of them saying they'd like to debate me and come on. I like interacting with your comments and I'm making that part of what's going on here, but don't get ahead of yourself. Like, go and make yourself a podcast, a live, get yourself a platform, get yourself some followers or whoever, show your identity, be a human person that I would want to speak to, and then I will do it. At the moment, you're just a random in my comments. Like, don't get ahead of yourself. Do you know what I'm saying? And I don't have it set up where I can just add people anyway. I have to, it's a process because I'm using a specific software, but I mean, maybe one day I'll just do a random show where I come in and just argue with people, but nah. Rag Gerber said he never said crack was white supremacy. Are you okay? Now I did. Yeah, and I know you've already seen me respond to that, and you probably get what I meant now. And he also said, I learnt to stop calling addicts junkies and crackheads because they are ill and unaddressed trauma. You know, I completely agreed, man. Completely agreed. Yeah. Just the issue is a few of them in my area. The other day I saw them, like a few of them were just literally like piping up on my neighbour's doorstep. I could see them out the window. So I banged on the window and I ran them up the road. Because I was like, just don't do that here, innit? You know what I'm saying? But you're right. And you know, I'm a supporter of all of that. I think we should legalize all drugs and treat it like a health issue rather than a criminal issue. 100%. Anyway, right, let's carry on. I might skip through this because, to be honest, I've seen it all now. He's like literally chatting rubbish. I was thinking, what is his angle going to possibly be to call this woke? But he's just making generic, don't forgive them, waffle. There's another 6 minutes of this, and he's just waffling along. Gillian O'Regan said, talk to me after your show, it will be a laugh. You think I don't have a life? Do you think I don't have a life? I'm a very, very busy person. I haven't done this show for a week because I'm busy. I'm doing a master's. I'm doing a master's, running 2 companies and doing this. Like, I don't have time to just talk to people.
And I'm just sick and tired of seeing the same regurgitated plots time and time again, seeing utter bullshit CGI, having terrible character development. That should not be what the MCU's about. We should not be accepting mediocre stories from the biggest franchise in the world, and we're in a position right now where we're pressuring Disney into doing that for us, and so this is not the time to let up. We need to double down.
Yeah, well, that's good, isn't it? That's good, but let them keep doing the woke thing, though. Funny he didn't put X-Men 97 in there either, which is their current show that's doing great. I'm going to skip through and just see where this sums up to at the end.
And with every release, and being looked at as the greatest Disney
Marvel. Let's see this Loki bit, actually.
To be forgiven. What's it going to take for them to be looked at the same way they were back in 2019? And to me, the answer comes...
You see that? He put this in. I don't know if Loki first season came out 2019. He put a Loki clip in to say how they were. There was a season of Loki the other day. It was great.
Down to 3 points. And if they're able to fix these 3 points, I think they'll be back to making billions of dollars with every release and being looked at as the greatest franchise once again. And the first point they need to get right here is making sure that their next 6 releases are all excellent. And
I mean, I agree with that, but just stop with the anti-woke nonsense, man.
Their recent projects from Echo to the Marvels, and you can clearly see that there is 0 character development there. We're not invested into these characters, and we honestly just could not give a shit what happens to them because they haven't developed them in a way that we actually feel empathetic towards them. And that used to be something.
What are you talking about? What's her name? Something Rambo, the black woman in this character in this show. Her character was developed like crazy in WandaVision. Excellent build up. You know what I'm saying? But again, I do agree with on some of it. And Miss Marvel had a whole series of character development, way more than you usually got in films. This guy just spitting generic waffle, man.
That the MCU was so good at. We got so invested into all of these characters and we cared so much about what would happen to them, and that gave the movies higher stakes, that made the franchise feel more important, and I just want to get back to that feeling again.
You just stopped caring because you just don't care about the women characters, yeah? Why aren't you talking about Loki? Didn't you care about that?
Needs to stop, because the reason you called a bigot, they get called whenever they have a problem with the film and whenever they come a movie. But now they choose to attack fans whenever they have a problem with the film, and whenever they come out and say that they didn't like the latest Marvel movie, they get called a bigot. They get called...
No, they get called that when they address that, yeah? When they actually attack wokeness, then they get called a bigot. When they attack women being superheroes and black people being superheroes, then they get called a bigot, because that is, by definition, bigotry. Nobody says that for just talking about bad films. Yeah, if that wasn't your whole agenda on this whole channel, that wouldn't be the case. We wouldn't call you that, yeah, because us people over here who are not bigots are also saying, oh, this needs to be better, this needs to be better, cool, and that they're making the films for us. They don't care about you, bro. Yeah, get out of here, man.
Called toxic and thrown all sorts of crazy names, and that needs to stop, because the reason you make these movies in the first place is because of the fan base. The reason you release it to cinemas is to get feedback from the movie, because a prime example of that is the Marvels, where a bunch of people were called toxic and sexist for not liking the film, but basically...
No, because they already started the campaign against the film before the film came out, yeah? The guy called it Afro-turfing in the last video. So, no, that's why you were called all of those things, because that's who you are. You attacked the film before it came out and you impacted the actual rollout of the film. The film wasn't bad. The film was alright. It was a fun film. Maybe it's aimed at a younger audience or whatever, and it's not necessarily for you. Every film ain't got to be for you. There's got to be films that are for other people. I'm cool with Marvel making some films that are not for me. That's actually something I'm just thinking about on the spot now. Yeah, some of those films are not for me. Cool, they're for someone. Yeah, and you shouldn't be so mad at anyone, at others, like having films for others. Everything has to be for you, and everything just has to cater to your white male power dominated existence.
All of the critiques for the Marvels had nothing to do with gender and was all about the simple fact.
So why did it happen before the film came out? Liar. Yeah, I bet you we could go on his videos and find him talking about it before it came out.
That the movie was just dog shit. There was no character development, the CGI was terrible, the story sucked, the villain sucked. There was so much to do with the actual film that was terrible that had absolutely no happy to support.
Alright, let's actually do that. Let's search on his channel right now. Yeah? Let's search on his channel right now. The Marvels, crime against cinema, trash. The Marvels loses Disney. I saw this report the other day. I looked it up. It's not true. Officially. So let's do it in order. If I change the... you can't do it on this search when you do it on the channel. 5 months ago. So when did this film come out? It came out in the 10th of November 2023, right? So what's that? November, December. So that's... after the film came out. The film came out 6 months ago, right? You might catch me out. All these videos of so far after it. Yeah, you might not have. You might not have been part of the Astro-turfing. But there was a lot of people doing it. There was review bombing. Yeah, look, Brie Larson officially quits MCU and flames toxic fans. That's a lie. That might have been when it specifically came out, right? He's done so many videos about this thing. Disney investors want Brie Larson fired after losing millions. A lie. That's 6 months ago when it came out. Look, this guy is obsessed. Wow, this guy is obsessed. It's crazy. Gosh. Marvel hates men 1 year ago. Oh man, what a mess. Yeah, I can't really find nothing like that, so we'll let him off. I bet it's there though. He's got so many videos. It's in there somewhere. Marvel's did Secret Invasion flops 10 months ago. Like he just constantly makes... It's bringing up... Search results aren't bringing up clear results either. Anyway, get this guy off the screen. We've done enough of that. Let's go to the comments quickly. Gillian O'Regan called terrible censoring Top G. Big red flag for using the term Top G. You're using the term of a sex trafficking narcissist. Yeah, get out of here. He said, are you in denial of the woke agenda in film? How triggered he is by a right-wing film review? No, there is no agenda in film. An agenda to what? Right, left. All the great films have catered to an audience, right? Who they want us to actually relate to. Even if these people, there's a lot of working class people who are actually, they vote right wing. They have right wing ideas because they're brainwashed too, right? They still like left wing films because naturally that's what you're gonna relate to. They still love Star Wars because actually your life as an experience is actually this, what you want is actually left wing. You just don't realize it. So you like Star Wars. This is why we got to this point where all these idiots who have grown up and become angry right wing people, but they still love Star Wars, love X-Men, suddenly didn't realize that everything they loved was left wing. And now they're actually challenging, like they're having a whole madness challenging themselves, right? It's just normal. Those stories have always been the stories that people like. Why wouldn't they be? Like, of course they would be. Simple as that. But yeah. Anyway, that's not full of agenda. There's a right-wing agenda in the world to convince stupid people that everyone's out to get them with an agenda. That's been going on forever. That's been going on from every equality movement in history, from women's rights to the civil rights movements, everything. They always had this thing. They do it now with the trans agenda. There's an agenda to brainwash brainwash stupid people to be right-wing and to feel like there's an agenda against them and everything, yeah? And that's what's really toxic, is how much it's just been spilled into films, into comic films, which was always a woke space. Simple as that. Yeah. Oh God, I got a comment that I just on Facebook. I shouldn't bother doing this right now. Anyway, I'll do all that later. Right, I'm gonna get onto this baby reindeer thing soon. Yeah, and they're not gonna tell me baby reindeer is a left-wing agenda, are they? Weirdos. So it's terrible censoring. So right-wing is an agenda and left-wing isn't. By definition, no. Right? The world is right-wing. The governments are all right-wing. Capitalism is a right-wing system, right? We live in a capitalist world, so it's designed to benefit the few at the expense of the many. So it's designed for all of us to pay into a system where they keep most of the money. We work hard, they work less, they get all the money. Yeah, that's what right-wing ideology is. That's what a right-wing system is. So that obviously takes a lot of work. Yes, there's obviously a lot of agendas that go into play to make us go along with that. There's all sorts of agendas to make us go along with that. No, there isn't many agendas by the ruling powers that are against that, because that's the way they want things to be. You think, why would they make left wing? Left wing means helping people and equality. Why would there be agendas that by powerful people who don't want equality? They want to keep things unequal, yeah. And on a basic level, for you to understand, if you don't, like, take away the race stuff, gender stuff, and just talk about rich and poor, right? That's the biggest division, yeah. That's the biggest division in the world, probably. So you've got rich and poor, yeah. The right wing of, like, rich is right wing, yeah. Poor are not always left wing, because poor, like I said, they're programmed to be right wing, but by definition they should be. Like, it's what they would want in their situation. So that's the division going on. So he's saying two wings of the same different bird. No, it's not two. I said that earlier. It's not two wings of the same bird. It's the same wing. They're all right wing. All governments are right wing. Pretty much. There's a very small few, like, more left wing governments, like is it Switzerland? Like, there's certain European countries that are slightly more left wing, that are doing all right. I think Portugal. There's certain things that have got more left policies, and they have a way better quality of life in those countries. Like, they're succeeding. So he said, what is Elon Musk? Yeah, I mean, Elon Musk is literally a right-wing leader. He's one of the leaders of right-wing politics. Yeah, openly. Anyway. Alright, so the next thing I want to do, right, is I want to do this Martha thing, but I want to do this music video reaction first, and I can't remember where it is. So I sent it to Terra Slim, so I'm just gonna go to my inbox with Terra Slim quickly and find the video that I sent him. Just hope I sent him. Okay, yeah. So someone sent me this, right? One sec. Right. As many people know, I've been on a